Hi, and everybody, welcome to another show, another episode of our today very special episode of Eso Dicen. Thank you so much, Javier Salas, for being with us today. We're very proud to have you here once again, now this time in English, for all the youth that's out there, and just to bring a big message that we have today. That's the early voting that starts in Chicago tomorrow, the 29th, and for them to go out and vote.
Right. Sasha, thank you so much for having me again in this wonderful show, Eso Dicen. And I want to say hello to all of the young, wonderful people that form part of the little village, Berwyn, Cicero, Logan Square, Humboldt Park, that belongs to the 4th District. DJ 6, thank you so much for having me here again.
Thank you, Javier Salas, for being here once again. So now we're going to talk to young people outsiders. So, like, how will you do, or what will you do to make them vote? Because most of us, we don't vote.
Well,
we don't have the enough motivation.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right, and that's a great question. What happened is next March 15, we have the primary election here in Chicago. And but early voting is starting Monday 29. So we have several days to do one of the most precious rights that we all have as an American citizen, which is going to vote. And all the young people out there who are watching this video, they need to know that they have power in their vote, that the vote is their voice, that if they're not happy, you're not happy with not having a job, a decent payment, a decent check every week, or your parents are losing their jobs because they don't know English or they don't know internet, or because they don't bring technology or corporations or companies that are going to be giving jobs to young people, they need to understand that the vote can bring all of those solutions.
I was going to ask you about that, about the well-paying jobs. What would you do to
make a change?
Make a change right now, because right now it's the District 4 is you would say
very poor at this time compared to other
districts.
Absolutely. You need to understand that the District 4 that has been with no leadership for 22 years, or Luis Gutierrez just talking about one issue, immigration. And that's an important issue for many of us, but it's not everything. People who live in the district, we want jobs. People need to understand that this is an opportunity we have to vote for somebody who's going to try to bring federal money. That's when you bring federal money and you open businesses here in the district area.
Correct.
And in that, when you bring investments into the community, you have people opening businesses and hiring people and giving jobs, and that trickle down in the better economy for everybody. So if we have never done that for 22 years because we're so focused on immigration.
Correct.
We're losing so much opportunities. And now, right now, the median salary for a woman your age or for a man your age is $30,000. It's the lowest of the lowest in the state, probably in the whole country. Why is that? No politician sees that. We need to change that. And again, it's very important, it's crucial that you go to vote on March 15.
Which is very true. And what are some of the things that you would bring to the table? Because we know that here in District 4, we're very close with our society, which is Latinos. We also have African American.
Right.
I know there's a lot of violence out there going, and as we know, we see it on the news every time. It keeps going up. What are some of the things that you have to offer for the youth? Maybe a change to the youngest people out there. Make a change with them, so in the future, it's progressive and it changes, right?
Absolutely. And that's a very important issue you bring in, because especially your parents, they're very concerned about the property taxes that they're paying in their homes. That's one. About the violence that is happening in our streets all the time. Your parents are always concerned that you're never going to come back at home.
Correct.
That you go to a party and you're not even going to come back at home. Remember what happened to this little Miss O'Connor, a very young lady on Pilsen, who was just parking her car and she got shot on the head.
Correct.
The back of the head, and still they don't know what happened. So why is that happening? That's happening because we have so many young people not involved in what they need to be doing, studying or working or being productive for the society. We have people that is just joining gangs because they don't have opportunities, because they don't have motivation from the leaders. And politicians are leaders. Politicians need to be involved with the community, to be in touch with the community. And we have a congressman that is totally out of touch. And many
I feel, sorry to interrupt, I feel that it has to do a lot with educations. At the school, we have very low educations at our school. We have almost no after school programs.
What would you do?
You offer anything to bring down the gang violence and maybe more outside of programs?
everything has to do again, like the first thing we talk about it, economy. If we bring investment, if we bring companies and money to our district, we start developing jobs. We start creating those job opportunities that young people don't have. When you bring money to the district, then you have better school system. Many of the closings from last time, the Ram Emanuel closing so many CPS schools, we were affected big time. And all of those places are closed. The kids are not going to classes. They are overcrowding rooms now in other schools, and they're still not receiving money. Right now, we have a federal and a state crisis because we don't have a budget that is supporting education, not even in the elemental or now in college level.
We're closing schools.
Absolutely.
Actually.
So, as a congressman, I think that it's our responsibility to work with the authorities, with the mayor, with the governor, and make sure that our communities are going to get the money they deserve. But if you don't have somebody defending you and speaking, and instead of defending you, they're siding with the mayor, they're siding with Rauner, and now with the people, then something is wrong and something needs to change.
Javier Salas, I have a question. Actually, they sent me a question. One of my followers,
Great.
or
Right
like
now
young
on
people,
Twitter, like?
yeah, and Facebook actually. This guy wants to know, what makes you different than the other candidates, like before and now and the future. What would you do different besides like that you're talking about? So why vote for you and not for them? And why, why vote for you?
Why to vote for me? Well,
Yeah.
First of all, because I'm not part of any establishment. Luis Gutierrez is the establishment person. He's part of the machine. He's part of the Ran Emanuel machine. And the people behind me is just like you, people from the community,
Yes.
people, parents that are concerned about changing the future of the people. The young people deserves better, and I think that's a very important issue. And they probably need to vote for me because they want change. 22 years of someone just saying the same things and promising the same things every year, it's enough. I guess people need to know in their heart that the time has come for a change.
And just so that the people out there that are watching us right now, I've known you for quite a while now. I know that you were actually during the march for the path to citizenship.
Right.
You were very involved in that. So before you even ran for congressman, you were already involved in all those things, actually helping the community. As you might not say out there, but you did help out for the Michigan with the water that they were
Right.
needing. You were involved in that. Maybe not a lot, but we know that you are actually making a difference for the Latino community, and we are very proud of that.
Thank
But we
you.
do want to know, let the people know that they do have to vote. It's very
Right.
important, and it will make a change. It's not, if you have time to go to a party, if you have time to go to the mall, you have time to go to vote. It takes about 10 minutes to go and vote. 10 minutes or
Exactly.
less.
And that can make the difference, big difference right now.
Right.
It can finish like 22 years or like, what would you say, like
Absolutely.
power.
Absolutely. And remember that it's very important to have somebody that is going to be defending the community, that is not part of the establishment. I am not afraid of Ram Emanuel. I'm going to be on his face asking him to protect our communities. Actually, right now, Luis is a very good friend with him. But let's remember that last year, people didn't go out to vote enough, and Chuy couldn't win. So
Exactly.
let's remember that when we go to vote, that we want to change things, but we need to be present.
We don't want to repeat the same history again.
Yes.
Correct? We actually need to make a change and vote.
Absolutely. That's
All right, so I'm gonna tell you this, like without any script or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Tell the young people why vote with you. Like tell them, like right now, like straight up, just tell them, hey, people, young people, like vote for me,
Right.
vote for me, and like why. Just
well,
tell them.
to all the young people out there, if you want things changing for the better in your home, jobs for your parents, jobs for you when you finish school. If you want a health option for your parents are paying your insurance, and thanks to them, you are being you've been receiving medicine and medical attention. But some other parents, they don't have that option. I want to work for an option for undocumented parents that they can buy their own insurance. That's a very
Thank
important thing, because we always think of you, we always supporting the dreamers, but remember that the first dreamers were your parents. The first dreamers who came to United States to make it big and to make a better future for you, they were your parents. So I want to help you parents. I want to help you I'm helping you parents, I will be helping you. So that's, I think, the most important reason young people need to vote for someone who really wants to make the change.
Exactly, and he's Mexican, my young people. He's really Mexican, like us, like our
Can you tell?
parents.
You came to the U.S. when you were 27.
I was 26. I was 26 with no word of English, and I'm very proud of my accent. I'm very proud of what I have achieved here. I work as a busboy. I work as a delivery guy on downtown. I used to work for a sandwich company. I was a waiter, and then I worked my way up working on the media. I became an on-air personality with a very popular show on the radio. I did TV. I did
Which I have to say, I'm very nervous to be sitting here and interviewing you.
It's kind of
You have all these experience, but I'm very proud that I have this opportunity, and it shows how humble you are in a way that you come to our show and you actually show how important it is and how you can actually proceed.
And one thing I can say, like, you're coming from the bottom, like we can say, like the song they say, now you're coming from the bottom. So yeah, and now you're here, and now you're gonna make the difference because you're gonna win.
And straight out of Mexico
and
City,
because you have been in that situation and you know how it feels not to be able to do certain things, it makes you want to help out everybody in the community. And I'm very proud to say that you are.
And the most important thing here also is that you that are listening and watching this video, see what I'm doing. I'm putting my life in the line. Everybody knows that running a campaign is very tough. It's really hard. You have to spend money. You have to be open to all kind of criticism. People crucify me on the Facebook or Twitter. The haters, they always going to be doing that. But I'm used to, because in the radio it used to be like that. People used to call me all the time, and I'm okay. My family, sometimes they feel bad because they read the comments and all of that. But believe me, we're doing this because we care for the community, and we want to change. And I'm doing this. I know it's not going to be for free, because somebody's gonna have to pay for this. But what I'm saying is that I'm creating the wave for young people also to follow my steps, that we can defeat politicians that are not doing their job, like Luis Gutierrez, only blah 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 and promises. We can change things, and we need to teach our kids to do it too.
And the most important thing is enough, Luis Gutierrez. It's 22 years. Come on, people. Let's do something about it. Let's do something about it. So I'm telling you. So once again, thank you, Javier, for being with us right now. So this is a special program with you and for the young community. So thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you the best luck.
Thank you.
And we're gonna win, and we're gonna go vote starting tomorrow, people. And the main voting day is March 15th.
March 15th, I'll go vote early. Okay, Javier Salas for Congress.
Thank you very much.
District 4.